The biggest race in Mushroom Kingdom history was about to begin, and nobody was ready for what came next. One golden trophy, one winner, and one cheater who had already decided it was his. Wario hit the cheat button before the starting light even flashed green. Yoshi pushed harder than he ever had, but Wario was already gone. DK's minecart took a direct hit, and the rage on his face said everything. Nobody makes Donkey Kong that angry and walks away clean. Wario crossed the finish line alone, while everyone else was still fighting just to keep up. Yoshi sat down on the track. He didn't say a word. He didn't have to. They didn't go home. They walked into the canyon, and they didn't look back. This is the story of how Yoshi came back and made Wario regret every second of that cheat. The tournament was Wario's idea. His stadium, his rules, his referees. He stood on that stage like he'd already won, because in his mind, he had.
Finally open!
The prize was real. The competition was not. Mario, Yoshi, DK, and Toad lined up with one goal: beat Wario at his own game. What nobody saw was the button hidden inside his dashboard. The rocket engaged, and the smoke swallowed the entire starting line. Mario had raced 1,000 races. He had never seen anything move that fast. DK's kart took the hit like a freight train collision, metal on metal, sparks everywhere. The moment DK's eyes turned red, you knew something was going to get destroyed. Even Toad, the calmest one on the team, was barely holding it together. Yoshi drove as hard as he could, but the distance between him and Wario kept growing. Wario didn't just win. He stopped and waited just to make sure everyone saw him win. The referee saw everything and did absolutely nothing. The crowd knew it was cheating. They threw tomatoes. That laugh, that pointing finger, that was the moment everything changed for Yoshi. Yoshi stood perfectly still in the middle of the track. One tear, that was all. Mario knelt down, looked Yoshi in the eye, and said, "We are not done." DK didn't cry. DK stomped. The pavement cracked under his feet. Toad pushed his cap straight and spoke the only words that mattered. "I know a place." They left the stadium behind and walked towards something nobody else could see. Deep inside a hidden canyon, a training ground that Toad had kept secret for years. Ode took charge, and when Toad is serious, you do not argue with Toad. Day 1 of training. Yoshi attempted the log jump. The banana peel had other plans, face first into the mud. DK found this extremely funny. DK laughed so hard he fell off his own log. Nobody was having a smooth first day. Mario's fireball training hit a slight snag when the fireball came back. Both eyebrows gone, mustache slightly crispy. Mario called it a learning experience. Yoshi discovered the speed boost peppers. He ate one whole. He immediately regretted it. The fire breath melted the Wario ice sculpture instantly. The team counted that as a win. DK chose the heaviest training rock in the canyon. His ego wouldn't allow anything smaller. DK moved faster, backward, into the deepest mud puddle in the canyon. 2 eyes, 1 thumb. DK was fine. Toad built a spinning hammer gauntlet by hand in one afternoon. Nobody asked how. By day 3, Yoshi was clearing the entire gauntlet without touching a single hammer. He landed it clean, winked at the camera. Yoshi knew exactly what he was doing. Night fell over the canyon. The team stopped training and just sat together. DK held the marshmallow too close to the fire. He watched it burn. Mario told a joke nobody would repeat in polite company. Everyone laughed for 2 minutes straight. Sunrise over the canyon. Day 4 of training. Something had changed in Yoshi. You could see it in his eyes before he even moved. Practice laps in the canyon tunnel. Every ring lit green. Not one missed. Wario had sent a scout to watch the training. That scout was Wario. What he saw through those binoculars wiped the smirk completely off his face. Wario ran back to his lab. He had a lot of building to do before the rematch. He welded a spiked iron ball directly onto his cart, then added a second one just in case. It in rocket booster, triple reinforced wheels. Wario was not planning to play fair. Rematch day. The stadium was twice the size. The stakes were 3 times higher. Wario announced the rematch himself. He added new rules. None of them were fair either. Mario heard the rules. He adjusted his hat, and he said nothing. All 5 racers at the line. The crowd went silent for exactly 3 seconds. Yoshi closed his eyes. 1 breath. Everything he had trained for came down to this. Green light. 5 carts. The rematch the Mushroom Kingdom would never forget had begun. Ice on the left, lava on the right, and the wrong choice meant everything. Wario took the lava path. Because of course Wario took the lava path. Yoshi chose ice. His cart slid into a perfect drift without lifting the accelerator once. DK picked neither path. His minecart straddled both. This was not going well. Toad put both hands on the back of DK's cart and pushed with everything he had. Wario launched his spike ball attack. Physics immediately disagreed with this decision. The spike ball rolled across the track. Yoshi clipped it but held his line. Barely. The spike ball hit Wario's own front tire. His cart spun and kept spinning. Wario screamed for 3 full rotations before the cart finally stopped. The crowd was not sympathetic. The lava and ice paths merged into one, and that one led straight into the ghost tunnel. Yoshi's eyes activated in the darkness, a natural glow that cut through the tunnel like twin headlights. Ghost hands reached from the walls. Yoshi swerved left. He could feel them brush the side of the cart. DK punched a ghost directly in the face. It popped like a soap bubble. DK looked very satisfied. Toad spent the entire ghost tunnel section with both eyes closed, one slightly open, just in case. They burst out of the ghost tunnel and onto the rainbow bridge, and the whole crowd erupted. Wario hit the hidden rocket booster. He'd been saving it for exactly this moment. The gap was closing. Wario could see Yoshi ahead of him, and he was furious. The final obstacle, a vertical loop-de-loop that went straight into the sky. No guardrails, no safety net. Yoshi hit the loop at full speed. At the top, he was completely upside down. He didn't slow down once. Wario entered the loop too slow. He made it halfway. Gravity did the rest. Wario landed in a haystack 12 feet below the track. Yoshi exited the loop clean. The finish line was ahead. Nothing was in the way. The moment Yoshi's front wheel touched the finish line, the entire stadium went silent for 1 second. Then the confetti cannon fired, and the silence turned into the loudest thing the kingdom had ever heard. Yoshi held the trophy above his head with both hands, tears on his face. Every single one earned. DK lifted Yoshi completely off the cart, onto his shoulders, both arms raised. Toad cried. He cried completely openly and did not apologize for it even slightly. Mario watched Yoshi celebrate. He didn't shout. He didn't jump. He just smiled. Meanwhile, deep inside a haystack, a loser was putting himself back together, slowly. The Mushroom Kingdom threw a party that night nobody had planned, but everybody showed up for. DK danced. The toads around him dispersed rapidly. Nobody blamed them. Yoshi found a 3-layer celebration cake. He found the middle of it with his entire face. Mario tried to clean Yoshi up. Yoshi licked his hand. This was normal for them. Wario sat alone at a small table at the edge of the square. 1 candle, 1 sandwich, 0 trophies. Toad walked over with a slice of cake. Nobody asked him to. He went anyway. Wario looked at the cake, then at Toad, then at the cake again. He took it. The fireworks lit the sky in the shape of Yoshi's face. The whole kingdom looked up at once. 4 friends standing side by side, watching the sky light up. Nobody said anything. Nothing needed to be said. Mario and Yoshi sat on a hill at the edge of town and watched the moon rise over the kingdom. And just like that, the underdog became the champion.